Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's February 19th, and I am in Sacramento, California right now. I'll be chasing tornadoes and some storm activity out here today. That's the main treat, but we've got big waves coming in here. We've got more heavy rainfall coming for much of the state as well. You can see that fire hose pointed into Southern California. We got flash flood warnings. We got all kinds of stuff going on here, so we'll dive into some of that here. I'm going to keep it a bit abbreviated here because I'm going to get out there and start preparing for the day. But let's take a look here at the high resolution rapid refresh, and you can see again that heavy rainfall into some of Ventura County right now as we speak. And you can see some of the convective showers up towards Northern California. There's actually some special weather statements there for some waterspout potential with some of those cells, so watch out for that today along some of the coastal areas. And as we put this into motion, you can kind of see the spin in the atmosphere off the coast of Northern California and some of that convective nature rolling back in towards the Bay Area here and across some of the valleys and just slamming into the Sierra Nevada. Snow should stay, above 5,500, 6,000 feet, but it will come down a little bit today. And you can see that fire hose continue to pour into Southern California there. I mean, that's, it may overperform a little bit down there as well. They did talk about some potential for significant flooding. And I want to point this out as well. As we go through tomorrow night, you can still see the precipitation ongoing across Southern California all the way on in through Wednesday morning here. This goes out 48 hours, and you can continue to see that precipitation. So we got some flooding concerns with that as well. And now we've got the current hazards. You can see the red down there towards Santa Barbara and Ventura County. They got flash flood warnings ongoing. You can see winter storm warnings. We got flood advisories. We got high wind warnings, and we got wind advisories and big surf advisories. We got all kinds of stuff up and down the coastline here for the state of California. This is Eureka National Weather Service here, and they talked about the thunderstorm potential today. And again, along the coastline, you could get a water spout or two, or maybe even a brief tornado as those roll over land here. And watch out for some of that dangerous lightning, some of the strong winds. And again, there's a high warning in effect for many portions of Northern California. You can see that here. This goes from today, 5 a.m. today to 4 a.m. tomorrow. Highest Monday afternoon. Look at some of these gusts, 70 miles per hour on some of the ridges here. And elsewhere, gusts to 55. Well, watch out for some of those downed trees, and power outages are possible here. Powerful storm right off the coastline. Now, here we go with Sacramento, San Francisco, California. We got flood watch all the way through Wednesday morning here. And of course, it's going to be high surf advisory. The waves are really going to be picking up today here. A nice surge, just some wave activity. It's going to be noticeably bigger than it was yesterday. So heads up for that. That's going to go on into tomorrow morning as well, especially when this correlates with the high tide. Be careful out there. Wind advisory, check it out. Gust 45 to 69 above 900 feet there. And still at the 57 below 900 feet. So, going to be breezy out there at times. And there is the flood watch there one more time. But this is Southern California. They talk about the heavy rain and high elevation snowfall. And you can see, again, some big rainfall amounts still yet to income. And they've got flash flood warnings out there. And I think that's actually starting to clip. Yeah, some of that is into Los Angeles County here right now. And they got flood advisories. They got flood watches out there. So heads up. Click on your local areas. Know what is going on around your home. And you got big wave action coming in here and some strong winds, especially across the higher terrain. This is that wave action. So I want to put this into motion, and you can see just kind of slugging in as we go through the afternoon here. Some big wave action on the coastline, especially northern central California. It's going to spread that action all the way down through Tuesday morning through Southern California there. And then we gradually relax those waves here. And then we get another storm system as we go off towards the end of the week. And this one's trending a little bit closer to the coastline. It's probably going to bring some precip, and you can see a little bit of uptick in the wave action also. So national blend of models here. Let's put this into motion. So this is yet to fall for many areas. And you can see some of that down across Southern California, pretty heavy at times. And across some of Northern California, even into the Bay Area, the Central Coast. And then we continue on in through Tuesday night here. And you can see we get another shot of precip here for Southern California all the way on in through Wednesday. So still a lot of rainfall to go out there. Stay tuned to your local agencies and watch out for any evacuation warnings you might have across Santa Barbara and Ventura County especially. This is looking at the storm system right now. You can see, actually, this is yesterday afternoon's European, but I'm going to play this out. And this is where we are right about now. You can see the heavy rain still ongoing for portions of California. Don't sleep on that. It's going to be raining all day for some areas down there, and kind of trading over maybe the Los Angeles metro for a bit as we go on into tomorrow morning, as you can see. And then another shot of rain is going to be rolling in through Tuesday night as this system continues to spin over the area. And check that out. You see that across some of San Diego County down there as we go through very early Wednesday morning. It shows a pretty nice batch of heavy rain. We'll watch that one again closely tomorrow. And as we scroll off into the future, we get a little bit of a break here as we go through Thursday. But then quickly Thursday night, the next system arrives for Northern California, spreading some precip in here, and you can see a fairly strong low on this system as well, right off the coastline here, spreading precip back into the area. We'll watch that one and see how that trends, but that could bring additional rounds of some heavy rainfall for some of the state here on already completely saturated surfaces. And then it looks like we're going to turn to a northwest flow and cool the west coast down, and as some of these systems can drop down the coastline far enough, that could make some snow for the Sierra Nevada. I mean, look at that big trough there set up over the Pacific Ocean with that northwest flow. It would be much cooler air. It would be a different type of an air mass and hopefully bring some lower elevation snowfall with it. Now, this is why I'm out here today. This is Storm Prediction Center day one. Check it out. Look at that slight risk across some of the Central Valley. Fairly unusual to have this in advance across some of California. Usually the tornadoes that spin up here are weak and brief, and sometimes they catch people by surprise or usually associated with some weaker shower activity. But the parameters look pretty good today, and I'm not still sure where I'm going to chase, but I will be live streaming, so if you want to join along with me for that, that would be nice. Here's the day one tornado out. Look at that 5% there. It does include Sacramento areas north and south, and again, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to set up yet. They've also extended that 2% a little bit further west, almost gets towards Oakland there. So yeah, eyes on the sky today. Watch out for those gusty winds, those sudden torrential downpours, and even a tornado or two. If we look at the day one excessive rainfall outlook, you can see the moderate still exists across Santa Barbara and Ventura County. And notice the slight into the foothills there of the Sierra Nevada. And because the snow levels are higher, you could have some flooding concerns as some of that is falling as rain. And you can see the coastal areas, Sacramento, northbound towards Redding, Northern California coastline. Watch out. Repeated convection, especially across Northern California there, could cause some flooding concerns as well. And this is day two. Looks like a slight risk includes much of the area, so don't let your guard down here. We got to go all the way through Wednesday with this storm system. This is the 8 to 10 day temperature outlook, and this is what I'm talking about with that northwest flow as we go on in towards the end of the month there. So we may start to bring a different pattern in here, and hopefully we can do some snow building. Cross your fingers for that. This is the 6 to 10 day that goes through February 28th there, and with that next system here, of course, we're going to remain above average, and you can clearly see that here in the Climate Prediction Center. But yeah, there's the Doppler radar overlay. We're getting a little bit of break this morning across some of the areas here, but don't sleep on that. You can see all that cumulus cloud activity off the coastline. That's going to be headed in there, the cold air aloft, and we're going to have some convective showers. You can see the low pressure spinning now off the coast of Northern California, and I will be out there chasing. So hopefully you can join me for the live stream here this afternoon. And the live streams were pretty fun last night. Had a lot of people joining in. Seems like people are having fun in the chat. So anyway, yeah, I will talk to you guys a little bit later today. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.